Hello everyone, welcome back to the Human Reviews channel, and today I'm listening to Odyssey and Oracle by the Zombies. And I'm actually very excited to get into this one. I've heard a handful of Zombies tracks, like I've heard a song off this album, Beachwood Park, and I've also, of course, heard Time of the Season, but I've never really listened to any full projects of them and never really dived deep into them, and they're a band I've always been kind of curious about, so I'm very excited to get into this one. Surprise! Bold jump scare. Yeah, thank you to Jibo for editing this one as well. He's edited a bunch of stuff for me, I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, back to the reaction. Yeah, the Zombies. They're like a 60s alt pop, Baroque pop, sort of pop rock band. I think in like a similar vein to like the Beatles and other bands like that from the 60s. So I'm intrigued to see how they execute this type of sound. This album came out in 1968. It's 12 tracks, 35 minutes. Pretty short album. With that being said, I am just going to get straight into this. Track 1, Care of Cell 44. Like the Kinks. Ooh. Oh, it really was. Damn, that melody is incredible. Nice. That was a very nice opener. I think that the vocal melodies on that track were easily the standout. There was just so many like incredibly catchy moments, particularly on the chorus, that I think are going to be probably stuck in my head for days, to be honest. I think that the actual singing itself as well is really great. I'm also listening, for the people watching the YouTube video, I am listening to this with stereo turned on, and half of the tracks on here are mono versions and half of them are stereo versions. I think this is actually a pretty good stereo version of the song. I think that all of the panning is done in a very interesting way, like the lead vocals are placed like all the way over here. And normally that type of thing would bug me, but here I think it actually works with the very trippy, odd aesthetic that this song is going for, and it honestly kind of elevates it in my opinion. Yeah, this was a very, very solid opener for this album. Not the most like mind-blowing 60s pop that I've heard or anything like that, but it's just a fun, catchy song that I definitely see myself coming back to. I'd give that like an 8.7, 8.8. Very strong way to start. Next track, A Rose for Emily.
The summer is here at last. She watches her flowers grow, while lovers come and go to give each other roses from her tree, but not a rose for Emily.
Damn.
Emily, Emily, can't you see there's nothing you can do? There's loving everywhere but love for you. Her roses are fading now.
Key change.
She keeps her
Very like melodically interesting. You know what I'm saying?
Emily, can't you see there's nothing you can
There's a certain like uneasiness to this song and the structure of the song. It's so intriguing.
Her roses are fading now.
A Rose for Emily. A very off-putting, but in a good way, piano ballad. It's so melodically odd. Like, the actual vocal melody is so fucking weird. Like, it doesn't feel like... It does not go where you expect it to at all. And all of the rises and dips sort of... Dips? Is that the right word? Listen, my music theory is terrible. Okay? Don't attack me. Yeah, it's all just it just doesn't feel like it goes where it's supposed to, and I like that. I like that it doesn't do the expected thing. And also having the instrumental be as simple as it is really leaves a lot of space for the very not awkward, very odd vocal melody, and then when the backing vocals come in, it adds another layer of like almost creepiness to this. I don't know. It's a very odd song, but I really like it. This one is an 8.5 for me. After He's Gone. Oh, sorry, maybe After He's Gone.
She told me she loved me.
Very tragic undertone, yeah.
As morning rain, but the light that fell upon me turned to shadow when he came. Maybe after he's gone, she'll come back, love me again. She'll come back, love me again. Maybe after he's gone, she'll come back, want me again. Maybe after he's gone, she'll come back, love me again. After he's gone, she'll come back, love me again.
This is just some great 60s pop, man. This is lovely. Again, there's another inherent, like, creepiness to this that I can't help but, like, adore, honestly. It's just so fucking weird, and it leans into the weirdness as well. You've got this just super loud fucking piano hitting these really high notes in the left channel here, matched with the very ominous backing vocals. And then he's talking about maybe she'll come back, love me again after he's gone. That's such like that's such a creepy thing to say, because it's like, is he gonna kill this guy? Is he gonna wait it out for him to die or something? Like, it's very ominous, you know. And I honestly like the sort of vibe that they're going for here with the super just creepy undertones, especially matching the lyrics with that. This is a very fun album up to this point. That was honestly my favorite so far, Flat 9. Four Seasons did Bye Bye Baby. I've got two songs in my head for what that could be. Hold on a sec.
If you hate me after what I say, bye bye baby, baby goodbye. Bye baby, baby, bye bye. Bye bye.
I've never heard this, and it sounds like shit, so I'm gonna stop here. Wow. Sounds terrible. Next track, Beachwood Park. I've already heard this song. Oh, it's this? Okay, no, I remember this. Okay.
You remember summer days just after summer rain, when all the air was damp and warm in the green of country lanes, and the breeze would touch
Baroque Mersey beat. Mersey beat? Did
your summer,
I just say I can't fucking read.
and we would count the evening stars
Ignore me, chat.
as the day grew dark
I can't read.
in Beachwood Park. You remember golden days and golden summer sun, the sound of laughter in our ears in the breeze as we would run.
It is Mersey
And
beat.
the breeze
Is it?
would touch
Mersbo beat. Illiterate man turns to the scribes. Wow.
and we would count the evening stars as the day grew dark.
It is Mersey beat. Okay. As you can tell, I'm at the peak of my intelligence game today, chat. I'm like a white shirt of pelvis before that. Chat, where are the zombies from? I know they're from the UK, but whereabouts in the UK? I'm looking on their artist page and it doesn't, I don't think it says here. They're from the grave. Alright.
And Beachwood
Yeah, I've heard this song before. It's pretty great. It's just as great as I remember it being. I would even say it's probably my favorite on the album up to this point. It's like easily the prettiest song in my opinion. From say albums, okay. It's the prettiest in my opinion. It's the most memorable. Maybe it's just because I've already heard the song before. I think it's the most memorable song out of all of them so far. It's the one that I think is going to stick the most out of these first four. And also, I think that it's easily the one that encapsulates the eeriness out of all of the songs the best, because on a surface level it is just kind of like a sort of Baroque pop, sort of pop rock track from the 60s that's just perfectly enjoyable, but you dig a little deeper and there's just such like a creepy undertone to this that just elevates this shit so much, and I feel like this track has that to the highest extent out of any song so far. So yeah, that one is my favorite, not by too much, just by a little bit. Avoids some of the cheesiness of the 60s, yeah. It plays it very straight, and it's successful in doing so. Brief Candles, very pretty song. Not my favorite up to this point, but yeah. Just a lovely, delightful piano ballad. Still has the creepiness, but to a lesser extent. Like, it doesn't feel like it's quite as unsettling as the previous tracks are, and I just kind of feel like that does bring it down a little bit, especially when I'm comparing it to the other songs on the album. But that doesn't mean it's bad by any means. I still think it's a really well put together, fucking incredibly produced song with some stunning vocals and a great sounding piano as well. I would give this one an 8.4. Probably my least favorite up to this point, but only by like the tiniest bit. How's it going, Trader? That was my favorite so far. That song had a certain like overwhelming quality to it, like a certain just feeling of just wrapping itself all the way around you and just constantly tightening that I absolutely loved. I'd say 9.7. Very, very great, like a near perfect song for me. Incredible. Changes. And spring her voice she spoke to me. Those bongos, we got some interesting percussion on this track.
Now, silver and gold, strawberry clothes, money will buy something to hold.
Ooh, the echo in the left channel, that's pretty cool.
And spring her voice she spoke to me. Now, silver and gold, strawberry clothes, money will buy something to hold. Seeing her.
Changes. A very odd song. The panning on this one is so fucking weird. Like, there were points where the vocals were like all the way like back here, like all the way to like the far back right, and then they were constantly moving about. You had like there was a point where there was like a very quiet echo in the left channel as well. With like when the stuff's moving around in the mix, it doesn't feel like it's like one fluid motion. It's kind of like just jumps to different places. Yeah, I do agree that it worked. Yeah, I think that it adds to the oddity that this album's going for. It's clear that they're very intentionally going for like a very off-putting aesthetic, and I think that they're doing it honestly in a very creative and effective way with not only the instrumentals but also the mixing and the panning and stuff. This is very impressive. Fine 9. I Want Her, She Wants Me. I Want Her, She Wants Me. One of the oddest songs so far. It sounds different to the rest of the songs in a way that I can't put my finger on. It sounds like there's something in between me and the song, like a wall of glass or something. Like something about the recording and the mix just feels very different on this song. And it works, but it's just, I don't know, it's very odd. Not my favorite up to this point, but still pretty solid. 8.6. This Will Be Our Year.
This will be our year, took a long time to come. And this will be our year, took a long time to come. My.
Amazing. This Will Be Our Year. One of the catchiest songs, one of the sweetest songs on the album up to this point. Genuinely, that was lovely. It sort of ditched some of the eeriness of some of the other songs in favor of just being more of a straightforward, sweet little pop rock track, and I think that it actually does kind of benefit from that. Brilliantly delightful. Yeah, give that one a 9.4. That was honestly one of my favorites up to this point. Butcher's Tale, Western Front 1914. Interesting title.
And the preacher in his pulpit, sermon go and fight what is right, but he don't have to hear these guns, and I bet he sleeps at night. And
was amazing. That was so gorgeous. That's like, I think that's my favorite on the album, honestly. That was a 10. That was one of the most like compelling vocal performances imaginable. I think that the instrumental was like bringing back some of the eeriness and the creepiness in such an interesting and very expressive way as well. And also the writing, he's talking about his body shaking. Just there's something very unnerving about that. Yeah, that was, for what this album's going for, I think that was basically perfect. Next track, Friends of Mine. We're down to the final two.
when we're all in a crowd and you catch her eye and then you both smile, I feel so deep inside. And when I'm with her, she talks about you, the things that you say, the things that you do. And they've got something that's so hard to find. They are friends of mine, they are friends of mine.
Nice. Very catchy little track, talking about his friends who are in love, saying that they've all got something, that they've all got something special, and he kind of wishes that he had that, you know? The song sort of has a certain level of sarcasm to it. It's like, they've got something that you don't often find, and he's saying that he wishes he has what they had, and he's a little jealous. A very well written track, very clever, very cute. I am kind of missing the creepiness of the previous songs on that one, but still, I thought it was just a very well written track that I enjoyed a lot. 9. Holy shit, this next song is huge. 280 million streams. Time of the season. Oh, it's time of the season.
It's the time of the season when love runs high, to take you in the sun to promised lands, to show you everyone. It's the time of the season for love.
No, you would not get banned. Time of the Season, incredible. Seriously. I didn't even realize it was on this album. The version of the song I liked was on a different album. It's an incredible closer, honestly. Sound palette was pretty different, yeah. There was some cool shit going on with the drums there. He was on the drums. He was sort of doing a thing with the ride where he was like just playing the beat, and then he was like playing doubles on the ride. That was kind of cool. I picked up on that. Yeah, I don't really have too much to say about that song, to be honest. It's just a really well put together, very odd pop rock track. Pop rock track. I don't know, some cool stuff going on with the some of the more electronic elements in there. I think that the vocals on that track are fantastic. It's not my favorite on the album, but it's still a great song. It's a really great closer. It's like an 8.5 for me. Very solid. Time of the Season is kind of overplayed for you. I've never heard it outside of the context of these streams. Like, I've never heard it just like being played out like on the radio or hearing like my parents play or anything. So for me, it's not overplayed. Odyssey and Oracle. This is a very weird, very unsettling, very off 60s pop rock album. It takes a lot of the conventions of 60s pop rock, removes a lot of the cheesiness, and adds a very intimidating undertone. A lot of these songs just feel like they're hiding a deep secret underneath them, and I love that. I don't know if it's intentional, but it sounds intentional, and I think it's put across in so many interesting ways across all of these different tracks. Not every song is like that. There are certain songs that do just kind of feel like a standard 60s pop rock, but even in those more straightforward songs, I think they're all still very well put together, very well written, incredibly produced songs that I would still come back to. So all in all, this is a pretty great album. I'll add up the scores and then I'll figure out the big number for it. Holy shit. I am feeling exactly on the dot a 9 out of 10 on this album. 9 out of 10.